Bow our heads. Dear Creator, thank you for watching over myself, fellow classmates, and the faculty and staff. Heavenly Father, we would like to thank you for blessing us and all of our children, all of our family members and friends for the many words of encouragement and prayers. Lord, as we begin our next journey in the world of nursing, we ask that you instill hope into each of us while providing care for our patients with the best of our abilities. Give us the strength and energy so that we can continue to serve them who needs us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, James. You may be seated. On behalf of the faculty and staff at Orangeburg-Calhoun Technical College, it's my honor and privilege to welcome you to tonight's commencement exercises. I said this to the other two graduations earlier, and I'll say it to you all. I'm glad you're here. Literally, I am glad that you are here. Like physically in front of me, face to face, being able to celebrate the success of our students. We've tried this several different ways. We did a drive-through graduation, we did a virtual graduation, but there's nothing better, I think, than walking across the stage, getting your diploma cover, and doing this in front of your friends and family. We first thank our guests tonight for your attendance, for your support for our students over the course of the last year, or 2 years, or 3 years. We celebrate this achievement with our students, but we also celebrate it with you. It's been a difficult year, I think, for all of us. But throughout that year, I think I've learned several important lessons, one of which has to do with the resiliency. So the resiliency of our institution, OCtech, and helping to prepare our students to get to this point today. Our faculty and staff for the work that they've done to support our students, and the resiliency of our students. It's very easy for you all to say that this is not for me, I can't do this, but you're here. And because of that, I salute you. It's a testament to your commitment. It's a testament to your passion to be successful, and commitment to your resolve. So I'm going to be the first to offer my congratulations to the graduating class 2021. I'll now turn the program over to Dean Candace Tooley, who will introduce the speaker. Thank you.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to introduce tonight's speaker. Mrs. Patricia Arant was born in Columbia, South Carolina, the daughter of A.B. and Odessa Ziegler. She graduated from St. Matthew's High School, followed by attending the Orangeburg School of Nursing, graduating in 1963. Mrs. Arant is married to James Arant, and they have 5 children, with one being Susan Chavis, our nursing program coordinators. She is blessed with 14 grandchildren and 12 great-grandchildren. Mrs. Arant attends the Naspa Baptist Church in Fort Mine and has been the pianist for 57 years and a member of the Community Bible Study Group. She also retired from DHAC with 26 years of experience, worked as needed at Calhoun County School as a nurse, and a board member for the South Carolina Department of Disabilities and Special Needs. She enjoyed spending time with family, friends, gardening, and playing the piano. Mrs. Arant is an amazing woman and is welcoming to all that she encounters. Mrs. Arant, please come forward.
Good evening. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations, nurses, just congratulations. It is an honor. I've been a nurse for so many years, and it is an honor there. I have sat where you sit. Family, friends, I have sat where you sat. As you know, Susan is my daughter. I also have a granddaughter who is a graduate of OCtech. So I'm very proud to be here tonight, and thank you, faculty, Dean, Thule, thank you. It is just a pleasure. I kept thinking, what am I going to tell these students? What am I going to tell you? I can tell you, I could write you a book. But about 50 years ago, we'll say 50 years ago, that I was there. I told you, you're probably not going to like what I have to say. But 50-something years ago, my tuition for 3 years of nursing, which included my books, uniforms, laundry of uniforms, food, board, housing, was a total of $200. I figured you would not like that. Of course, you know, there is one girl that's in a uniform that got a mannequin in the hospital. That's what I look like. We had our scarves with our little aprons that just go swish, swish down the hall, and you would wear them tight, and you put cardboard in your apron so it'd make your waist look so tiny. So that was many pounds ago, so we won't talk about that. But the uniforms today, you know, then we wore white uniforms, white stockings, white shoes, and of course our dignity. And you did not go on the floor unless you had all those on. Today, and then of course it graduated now to scrubs. We wear scrubs. I probably would venture to say there's not a nurse that wears white uniforms and white stockings anymore. If they are, they're to be, that's wonderful. Technology, technology, where has it come from? We have come from how we used rotary phones. There were no iPhones, there were no cell phones, there were nothing like this. So we used rotary phones, you know. Today, and whenever I was there at the hospital, there were only x-rays. MRIs, CAT scans, none of that came into effect until the 70s, mid-70s, which surprised me. The length of stay in hospitals. You know, today you have drive-by hysterectomies. You know, drive-by, have a hysterectomy, go home. I was a student, 7 days, 10 days. Have a baby, you go home the same day. 5 to 10 days in the hospital, you had a baby, and you could only walk up the steps once a day, and that's all you could do. So things have changed, times have changed, but nursing has not really changed. The basic nursing has not changed, but technology has. But I've studied with Allison one time, and I told her, I said, Allison, I don't remember, I don't have all that stuff in my body that you study now. You know, so y'all studying a lot, did not hear. The salaries, gonna be surprised with this one because I was shocked. I have a dear friend who was working, and she was a year ahead of me. And you know what her first year's salary, now listen, I said year's salary was $3,200. $3,200 is what she made for a year. We were in the hospital, we were students. We had our fundamentals of nursing. We were there for the 6 months that you take fundamentals. And after that, we were in the hospital in full uniform 2 to 3 hours per day. And then we would have class until 4, sometimes 6 in the afternoon. And then, of course, I was in the dorm at the nursing home there. So we had study hall, 7 to 9. You couldn't go out of your room. Of course, we were mischievous ladies we kind of snuck out, but we got caught they were there. The house mothers called us. So anyway, that's another story. When we became juniors in nursing, we were in charge of the floor. Worked many days, 3 to 11, 11 to 7, in charge of the floor with 15 to 20 patients with 1 CNA. Orderlies were at that time called not nursing assistants at that time. You may have one per every 2 to 3 floors, and we shared them. So we gave medications, we did treatments, we answered call bells, we did it all. You were the only nurse, a junior student nurse. We did it all. Charts. Today you have computers that you just go in the patient's room and you just chart in the patient's room. We had silver charts. Everybody had their own chart, and you did your own charting, hand. Black ink in the morning, blue ink in the afternoon, and red in the night. So times have changed. Aren't you glad you are there where you are today? Aren't you glad where you are today? Okay. But in the dorm, they had things provided for us again. We had a Coca-Cola machine in our dorm, and for 7 cents, you got a 7-ounce Coca-Cola. 7 cents. So times have changed. The new hospital, we call it now, well, I still call it the new hospital because I was so used to the old hospital. I found out that I did some research, and it was in 1981 that the old hospital moved their patients to the new hospital. And in 1988 is when the School of Nursing closed down. And I had a friend that was the last in the last graduating class. Kind of broke my heart. But then we had diploma graduates. We didn't have, if you went to college, which were very few, didn't have the privilege of going to college to get their BS degree, we were diploma graduates, and we were there for 3 years. We had a 3-year, but I don't think there is even a diploma school anymore, to my knowledge. But what I would like just to tell each one of you is you have a beautiful facility here. Susan toured me, and absolutely it is gorgeous. We had 3 classrooms. We had 1 lab, that was it. You have an outstanding facility here. You've got wonderful instructors that love you and care for you and will cry when this night is over with, okay? Because that's how much they love you. What I really would like to tell each one of you is, don't stop learning. Go get your education. Further your education. Get your BS. Get your master's. Get your nurse practitioner. Don't stop learning. Go, because you will learn every day. And in 50 years from now, you're going to tell your sons and daughters, grandchildren, hey, I was a nursing student when the pandemic of coronavirus was here. You will be able to tell them that. And whenever I was there, you had a heart attack, you were in the hospital 4 to 6 weeks under an oxygen tent. There were no such thing as heart catheterizations. There were no such thing as open heart surgery. We had x-rays. MRIs and CAT scans didn't come into the mid-70s either. So it's just a learning. Go. Reach for the moon and hold on to the stars. And don't ever forget that you were going to learn every single day. And you give your patient everything that you possibly can, because they deserve it. They deserve what you've learned. You have the technology, you have the instructions. Now go and be the very best nurse that you know how to be. Enjoy, enjoy. And just remember, Proverbs 17:22 says, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine. You go in that patient's room, you go in there with a smile on your face. You may have had a fight with your husband, your wife, your children may have not gotten ready for school on time. But when you get to that room door, you go see that patient, whatever field you decide that you're going to be in, you go in there with a smile on your face, and you leave all those things outside the door. But enjoy the nursing. And once a nurse, always a nurse. I've been a nurse for years, as you know, that I still get a call, Miss Pat, can I give Advil and Tylenol at the same time? Do I need to separate them? So you never stop asking, so be there. But be the very best you can. Get that education, go further, be a higher learning. And then one day, you may be able to teach Susan's grandchildren. Thank you.
I need to take one point of privilege. First, I want to thank Ms. Pat for giving that speech, I want to know her. I was born in that old Orangeburg hospital. I missed a portion of my script, and part of my script is to recognize the faculty for the assistance that they provide our students. And I'd like the faculty to please stand and be recognized. Thank you for all that you do, and I apologize for not doing that in the first part of the program. Please forgive me. Thank you.
Good evening, and welcome to our 2021 commencement ceremony. It is an honor to stand here and an honor to have you with us. In case any of you are wondering about the word commencement, it means to begin, to start, to rise. So to my fellow graduates, this is not a day to signify an ending, but to celebrate our new beginning as nurses. But before we journey on, I would like to say thank you to everyone here to support us. We wouldn't be here without your love and support. I would also like to thank all the faculty and staff that poured their all into us to get us here. We appreciate you and we will never forget you. As I reflected on today, I thought all the way back to orientation. And even then, things were just a little bit crazy. And orientation, everyone that comes in to speak to you that day and every day after will say something along the lines of, to be in nursing, you have to be able to handle change. That's just nursing. And to my amazing classmates, we did exactly that. We persevered through a pandemic. We were resilient, courageous, and we proved ourselves to be stronger than we ever imagined. When you walk out of here today, I hope you always keep your compassion, even if that means spending the extra 5 minutes to hold a hand when you're already behind. I hope you trust your gut, even if that means you have to stand up to the most intimidating provider. And I hope you speak up for what you believe in, even if it means you find yourself standing alone. You earned your education from the best and the brightest. Go confidently. Continue to make life your schoolyard. Learn all you can in every moment. Be a forever student to your career. Your knowledge, your experience, and your heart will take you everywhere you want to go. You are deserving of everything you are dreaming of. Go into the world and do well, but more importantly, go into the world and do good. I wish us all the best, and congratulations to the best class yet. But before we leave, I would also like you guys to face your attention to the wall where we will share our class memories with you. Thank you.
You'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make, feel lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighters, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Ooh, mountains, we gon' walk it out, and mountains. And I rise up, I rise like the day. I rise up, I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,008 times again. And I rise up, I like the waves. I rise up, in spite of the ache. I rise up, and I do it 1,008 times again. For you, the silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Ooh, mountains, bring it to its feet. Ooh, mountains. And I rise up, I rise like the day. I rise up, I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,008 times again. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other, and we will rise, we will rise, I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,008 times again.
It's got its roots from the 12th century when the knights were actually out taking care of the people, and they were given a Maltese cross for their services. Later, Florence Nightingale, with all of her work during the Crimean War, she was given the Red Cross of St. George back in the 1860s. And today, we as nurses honor this by doing a pinning ceremony. The pinning ceremony is a unique and special ceremony. It is for all the nursing community. It is a symbol of the nursing students' hard work and dedication towards their coursework and their clinicals. The nursing pin symbolizes educated men and women who are competent to serve as nurses and provide health care throughout society. So that's just a little hint of what this pinning ceremony is representing. And tonight, of course, I'm so proud of each and every one of you. You all have worked so hard to get to where you are. And I wish I could give everybody an award, but you are all being recognized tonight and earning your nurse's pin, which is your reward. That is your ultimate. But we do have a few people who did excel in a few areas, and I would like to do those now. The first award I'm going to give is the Scholastic Award. This award is given to recognize the student in the traditional class and also one in the transition for those who had the highest GPA over the average of your nursing courses. And it gives me great pleasure to announce that the traditional, oh, by the way, the awards are not ready yet, so just stand up and smile for everybody when I call your name. Sorry, they will be ready and they will be mailed to you along with your diplomas, okay? And in the traditional class, I'm proud to announce that Ty King has the highest GPA. Ty? And in the transition class, the student is Brandy Standing, who is not here with us tonight. The next award I'm going to give is the Clinical Excellence Award. This is the recipient of this award is voted on by the nursing faculty. This award reflects outstanding clinical performance. The recipient of this award has displayed nursing professionalism, effective communication, time management and organizational skills, a caring attitude, and a model nursing abilities. It is truly an honor to be selected for this award by the faculty. And this year, the traditional award goes to Bria Riddle. And the transition award goes to James Robinson. The last award I have is the Leadership Award, and this award is given to the person in the traditional and into the transition who demonstrates outstanding leadership abilities. These winners have had to represent their class, they have had to come to faculty with concerns and also for compliments, and it's not always a bad job, it's a good job. And this student had to be able to manage different personalities. They had to be able to delegate, negotiate, and also perform time management while also doing their skills. And it gives me great pleasure for the traditional group for Mandasha Dillard. And for the transition, it's James Robinson.
I may cry. Ms. Chavis, would you stand up, please? Come on over here. This is my last graduation after 48 years, so it's made very special tonight by being able to present to you our South Carolina Technical Educator of the Year this year. She too was selected by faculty. And it's a very special award. So if y'all will join me tonight in congratulating Miss Susan Jones. I'm not finished yet. All right. Before we begin the pinning and awarding of the degrees, I I would like to ask all faculty and friends of the graduates to assist us in making this moment special for each of our graduates. In order to recognize and honor each graduate individually and to maintain order during the ceremony, we respectfully request that you hold your applause and your expressions of joy until all the graduates have received their awards and have returned to their seats. At this time, OCtech recognizes various cords worn by our graduates tonight to honor their achievements. Those graduates who are wearing the gold stoles and whose names are marked in the program are members of the Academic Honor Society, Phi Theta Kappa. Phi Theta Kappa is the only international honor society that recognizes and encourages scholarship in the 2-year colleges and institutions around the world. Membership is by invitation only, and it's extended to students who have completed their at least 12 semester credit hours in an associate degree or university transfer courses, and have maintained a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.5, have established academic excellence as judged by the faculty, and possess recognized qualities of citizenship. I also want to recognize those students wearing red, white, and blue ribbons. These ribbons designate OCtech's Presidential Scholars. Presidential Scholars have participated in an extensive honors preparatory program in addition to their program of study. Students wearing a green cord are recipients of the OCtech Workforce Readiness Certificate. This certification program is part of the college's Quality Enhancement Plan, or QEP. And we recognize the students in career programs who have earned the National Career Readiness Certificate offered through ACT's Work Keys Assessment and have successfully achieved the 3 QEP student learning outcomes: applied communication, technology skills, and soft skills, as certified by the faculty through capstone courses. The certification is recognized and supported by the local employers, and it demonstrates that these graduates are technically and professionally confident, as well as being well-versed in workforce readiness skills and behaviors.
See if I can get back on script here. We're now ready for the event which marks the purpose of our gathering this evening: the pinning and awarding of degrees. Tonight, the names of each graduate will be called by the Vice President of Student Services, Dr. Sandra Davis. We are pleased to recognize the achievement of all of our graduates. And as the students come forward, please also remember Mrs. Elmore's request that you would hold your applause so that we may honor each of our graduates individually. You're welcome to celebrate with all of the graduates that received their pins and awards. The graduating class of spring 2021, please stand. Mr. Ricky Baker, the following students have completed the course of study as prescribed by the faculty and the area commission in their respective certificate, diploma, and associate degree curricula. Graduates, you may now be seated. The ushers will direct you to come forward to receive your respective degrees, diplomas, and certificates from Orangeburg-Calhoun Technical College. Dr. Davis will now come forward to read the names of the graduates who will be awarded with pins and their degrees.
The following students are receiving an associate degree in the nursing division. Joel Ball. Asia Najee Baxter. Stefan Bernard Bowman. Shayna Nicole Wright. Mandasia Danae Diller. James L. Robinson. Jennifer Yvonne Butler. All right. Shaniqua B. Cash. Melissa Jean Charlevoix. Quinice Jasmine Clowney. Erica Paige Concepcion. Amber Alyssa Cook, honor graduate. Emily Joanne Coto. Sable Marie Collar. Khadijah LaDesiree Gartrell. Demarius Gist. Michelle Dijon Gingab, honor graduate. Walter George Harkness. Dorothy Keller Harley. Jalissa Naasia Hayward. Christian Stroud Hill. Lenora Patrice Holmes. Roderick Oscar Huggins. Brittany Shanika Arns. Nadrika Eugenia Jenkins. Shalita N. Johnson. Ty J. King.
Congratulations, Ray.
Taylor Brianne Marin Morales. Nalani Amber McConnell. Ashlyn Nikita Morrison. Khadija Lynn Phelps. Rachel Colleen Powell. Brooke Elizabeth Brigden. John Robert Ray. Tajwanique Renee Ray. Jonte Lakeisha Reed. Bria Kennedy Riddle. Celeste S. Siprish. Herbert Brian Schuler. Elizabeth Grayson Simmons. Ernestine DeVore Walker. Mary Catherine Williams. Skylar Dawn Williams. Tanya O. Williams. Wanisha Desiree Williams. Natasha Jameson Wright.
Yes, Mama!
Graduates, please stand, turn, and face our guest. Emily. To faithfully practice my profession of nursing. I will do all in my power to make and maintain the highest standards and practices of my profession. I will hold in confidence all personal matters. Committed to my keeping in the practice of my calling. I will loyally assist the physician. And will devote myself to the welfare of my patients, my families, and my community. I will constantly endeavor to fulfill my rights and privileges as a good citizen. And to take my share of responsibility to promoting the health and welfare of my community. I will constantly endeavor to increase my knowledge and skills in nursing and to use them wisely. I will zealously seek to nurse those who are ill, wherever they may be and whenever they are in need. I will be active in assisting others, in safeguarding and promoting the health and happiness of mankind. Graduates, please turn and face the stage.
Will the graduates please stand? You guys are already standing. Fantastic. The Area Commission, upon recommendation of the administration and faculty, certifies that you have satisfactorily completed the various course requirements in your academic disciplines. By virtue of the authority vested in Orangeburg-Calhoun Technical College by the state of South Carolina, I hereby bestow upon you your respective certificates, diplomas, and associate's degree, and certify that you are entitled to all rights, honors, privileges thereof. You may now change your tassels.
Good?
Good job, baby girl. Look at my baby. Good job, good job.
you.